Hey guys, Alex here, and as you know, I am a former Disney cast member. And for today's video, I'm going to share my memories with you from Epcot. These are the only pictures that I took working at Epcot, and I'm going to share all those with you. Before I do that though, I do have a viewer question from Oriole21Bird. And he wants me to name my top 5 favorite countries at Epcot, reason why, and possibly rank them. I'm gonna start with number 5 here. So number 5 and work my way up to number 1. Number 5, Morocco. I love Morocco just because the architecture is amazing. When Epcot was making the Morocco pavilion, the Moroccan government actually stepped in and they brought in their own, artisans. They brought in their own material, so they wanted to make sure people visiting Epcot's Morocco pavilion would get a very authentic experience. So what you're seeing, like when you go deep into Morocco at the pavilion, you are seeing authentic Moroccan architecture, and it's beautiful. And they also have the Jasmine meet and greet there, which I think is really awesome. I like meet and greets that have its own designated interior location because they make the photo op really amazing. Number four, I'm gonna say Germany. And for Germany, a lot of it has to do with the buffet they have there, the beer garden. The problem is, because it's a pandemic, I don't think the buffet is coming back. If they do, they might bring it back in a different style, because right now buffets are a no-go for the spread of viruses, because when everyone's hovering over the food, they can easily emit their virus onto the food gets passed around, everyone gets it. So they might have to come up with a new style. So I do miss the Germany's beer garden. It's so amazing. I also like going to the pretzel stands. Those pretzels are like this big. They cost like $10, but man, they are so good. If you like pretzels, those are the best pretzels, in my opinion, at any of the Disney locations. And I also like going to the shops in Germany because, they sell a lot of the Germany soccer jerseys or football jerseys. And also, more importantly, they have a lot of selection of German candy. So they have gummy bears, all kinds of amazing chocolates. The kind of chocolates that Germany is known for. And number three, I'm gonna say China. The reason why I like China, there's so much to do there. They got 2 restaurants there. They got a really expensive sit-down restaurant, like full service, which is really good. I know a lot of people don't like it, but it's one of my favorite restaurants at Epcot if you get the right thing. And their quick service restaurant is also really good too. You can get like a thing of chicken and rice, and oh man, it is so good. It doesn't fill you up, but it's so good. And aside from that, they got the acrobatic stunt show, and these acrobats come straight from China. They are fantastic, and the fact that they're doing that right there on the side of the street and not in their own designated tent is amazing, because these guys are better than a lot of the paid professionals that I've seen at like say Lanuva, which is also pretty good, but these acrobats are super talented. And then China also has the movie theater where you can watch a special about China. It's really nice to watch. It's got it's almost an all-around view. Like you can look everywhere and there's something happening all sides of the screen. It's really peaceful to watch. And they got the terracotta soldiers in there, like miniature ones. I don't know if they still have that. They might have got rid of that by now. Don't know. But they also have the Mulan meet and greet, which is really cool too. That one's a bit hard to find though. You have to know what time it is, and then there's like a really secluded area at China where you get to meet Mulan. I highly recommend it if you like the meet and greets. And then they got their shops, which are really good. China is just this all-around great place to be, whether you're hungry, whether you want to see entertainment, or whether you just want to shop. That's how awesome it is. Number 2, Norway. I love Norway. Even though they got rid of the Maelstrom boat ride, I still like the Frozen ride too, even though a lot of purists say it's not really Norway. Probably not, but man, I do like the Frozen ride there. It's so great. And they also have the Frozen meet and greet where you can meet Anna and Elsa. I know I sound weird, me being a fully grown adult male who likes meeting these characters, but I like that kind of stuff. And out of all the meet and greets, I think the Anna and Elsa meet and greet at Epcot is the best meet and greet anywhere at Disney. Maybe, yeah, I think so. And aside from that, they also have the stave, which is an old Scandinavian style church. It is beautiful. You can actually go inside that. When I first visited Epcot and I saw the stave, all I did was look at it from afar. I didn't know you could go inside it. But if you go inside, there's a little museum. They got some historical costumes, artifacts. It's really nice to see. And Norway also has two restaurants there. They got their Akerhus, which is they have like a character dining experience, which I haven't been to yet, but I heard is really good. I'd like to confirm that for myself. And then they have that bakery there, which is fantastic. I love going to the bakery, and they got some really good snacks there. And some of it's really healthy, so you don't feel bad eating it. Although, with someone like me, I always find ways to make the food bad for me. What else does Norway have? They get that really cool store with the giant troll in the back. That's a very popular photo place, even though there's not a photo pass there. There might have been one at one point, I don't know. But that's a really iconic place for taking pictures. And also, Norway has a lot of good selection of chocolates too. And I noticed they also have Swedish chocolate inside the store too, if you like Swedish chocolate. Number 1. Wow, this video is too long, isn't it? Number 1, I'm gonna say Japan. And here's a little sad story. You know those taiko drummers that they used to have by the big temple? They are gone. I don't know if they're ever coming back, but I do recall that it was really big news when the taiko drummers left Epcot. So I don't know if that was related to the pandemic, but it sounded like they're not ever coming back, which would be really sad because I loved going to the drum show. But Japan also has technically they have 2 restaurants, but they have another little area where you can get some other kinds of foods. But I'll say there's 2 restaurants. One's quick service. I love the quick service restaurant because they have a really awesome ramen bowl, which I forget what they call it. But they also have this chicken curry plate, which is also fantastic. And those are not cheap, but they are on the cheaper side. Like the ramen's like 12 or 13 bucks. The chicken curry is like 14 bucks, but it's so good though. And Japan also has one of my favorite stores there. They got all kinds of Japanese merchandise. They got Japanese candy. They got Japanese ramen. They got a lot of anime and manga stuff inside. They got a lot of like gunpla. So it's a really cool place to shop. If you like Japanese merchandise, their store there is amazing. But I've got these photographs here, and these are the only pictures I took while I was, during my days at Epcot. So I'm a little sad. Look, there aren't many pictures nowadays on Facebook. Shoot, I'll take like 300, 400 pictures in a day. So I'm really sad that I couldn't go back in time and get more pictures of a very fantastic experience that I had working at Disney. So I'm going to start with these pictures here. So this is one of my favorite friends, one of my favorite coworkers when I was working at Epcot, and this is the uniform that we wore, and he's actually in the greeter position. So when you're in the greeter position, you're basically just answering guest questions and making sure people are parking the strollers in the right place, and you will also be cleaning, or reorganizing strollers too. So I wore that uniform. This guy was like really huge, and it's a huge, like he's like really tall, I mean. But this guy, he was one of my favorite people there. He was so funny, and he liked all of my soccer stories. Because back then I was really into soccer, but I miss him, and I don't remember his name. Holy cow, I don't remember his name. That's one of the drawbacks to not having Facebook, or not even MySpace yet. Now, there was one day, me and this other coworker, we went to the parks just to meet the characters. So this is me meeting Eeyore, and I think this is one of the restaurants there. Yeah, this must have been one of the restaurants. This must have been the Crystal Palace, maybe? I'm trying to think. It must be. And this is me when I met Winnie the Pooh. I gotta tell you guys, I don't like meeting the classic Disney characters. You know, like Winnie the Pooh and Mickey Mouse, Goofy. I like meeting like the newer ones. And I also like meeting all the princesses too, and the princes. This is when I met Peter Pan and Wendy. Why is it not focusing? So that was really cool. And here's when I met Mary Poppins. And I remember there was kind of a line for that one. And I would still like to meet Mary Poppins again, but I never catch her. Even though the times are clearly stated, I never catch her. I'm always doing something or on my way to something. But at least I have a picture from back then, right? But I love the Mary Poppins sequel, which didn't have Julie Andrews in it. It had Emily Blunt. Both are fantastic actors. Oh yeah, so here's a picture from Virgin Records. This is out by downtown Disney. So whenever we got like our paychecks on Thursdays, or whenever we were just like chilling at night, a lot of times we would go to Virgin Records, which today is now Splitsville's bowling alley, which I haven't been to. I don't really have an interest in bowling that much. I'm just not really into bowling, and if I am going to do bowling, it's not going to be at Splitsville. Splitsville is a fortune to play, to go bowling at. I can go to one of the more cheaper ones, like closer to, where, just farther away from the tourist section. This is me at Magic Kingdom, and this is a very famous photo op where you can pose with the sword and the sword and the stone. And I've got so many pictures here. I have a picture here when I was a kid. I got a picture here when I was working at Disney. I got a picture from like a few months ago. Picture from a few years ago. Here's where I met Minnie Mouse, which she's still a very popular meet and greet. Here's Goofy. Do you guys know what kind of animal a Goofy is? And here's a Goofy's son, Max. And I don't know if they have a Max anymore. They might, I forgot. They might have Max come out for those dancing things, but I don't know if you can actually meet him anymore. I don't know. But Max is cool because he was in a Goofy movie, which is a car movie. If you haven't seen it yet, it is a car movie. And here's the famous Big Cheese himself, Mickey. I felt so honored to meet Mickey Mouse. Now I got another picture here, which I can't. I'm gonna keep it from this far. This is the backstage picture. It's some of my coworkers at Wonders of Life, and some of my coworkers at the Body Wars. So Body Wars and the Wonders of Life crew, we all shared the same break area. We were all part of the Wonders of Life pavilion. And for some reason, they called us Wonders of Life, and they called these guys Body Wars. Body Wars had a gray uniform. And you know what? I don't remember any of their names either. Like, I remember there was another Filipino guy, and there were some ladies here. There was a really cute one, but I never got around to talking to her. Well, I did, but not like that. And this is my friend again. What is his name? I want to say it's like I don't even remember. But yeah, I wish I could go back in time and take more pictures. I mean, not pictures like backstage, but pictures from my time working at Disney, like pictures with my coworkers. Because there are a lot of times where we just went out to the parks, went out to downtown Disney, and yeah, I just wish I remembered who they were. That's my problem. Like once I stop talking to people, man, they just fade from my memory. And then these Disney memories, if it wasn't for these pictures, I wouldn't really remember anything. And just, why is it so dark? Just looking at these pictures, though, it's like, I don't even remember the context for these pictures. I mean, I kind of remember these character meet and greets, because I was hanging out with some dude, and he wanted to meet all the characters, and I had never met all the characters, so... Man, these are not all my coworkers. I had a lot more than this. But I'm glad I got him in a picture, because he was so cool. Just any kind of questions about Disney, especially if you're a former cast member, or if you're a current cast member, I would love to communicate with you guys. Especially if you guys have your own vlogs about working at Disney, I'd like to see them too. Because, you know, I've been scouring YouTube looking for cast member vlogs, just so that I can, you know, reconnect with my past. Because I really did like working at Disney back in the day.